TikTok's new terms of service and privacy policy went into effect yesterday, January 22nd. I read through the full policy so you didn't have to, but I also compared them to the last version. And we're going to jump straight in.
TikTok has officially been sold to U.S. investors, but ByteDance retains a minority stake of 19.9%, and the internet is doing what it does best, reacting in real time. This move has sparked huge conversations around data privacy, censorship, creator freedom, monetization, and what the future of TikTok could really look like under new ownership. For some creators, this feels like a reset. For others, it feels like a red flag. Either way, nobody is staying quiet. So instead of just telling you what happened, I wanted to let you hear directly from the people who are most affected, the creators themselves.
Firstly, in the privacy policy under information you provide, TikTok has included sensitive information such as citizenship and immigration status. I need to be very clear when I say this, TikTok collects more than one type of information. There's information you willingly provide, information that is automatically collected, and information they get from third-party or other sources. And I know a lot of people who got to this portion of the new privacy policy are panicking. However, I don't like fear-mongering for views, so while TikTok will track you to an extent, here are some things you can actually do about it. For in-app settings, go to Settings and Privacy, Security and Permissions, then to Privacy, you can turn off activity status, as well as suggesting your account through contacts, Facebook, or people who send links to you. Additionally, you have the power to stop syncing contacts as well as Facebook friends with TikTok. You can toggle these off too. Also, go back to Settings and Privacy, then click Ads, and when it comes to data that is collected from other sources, you can turn off targeted ads outside of TikTok, targeted ads, and you can also clear your off TikTok data. When it comes to tracking, like many social media apps, TikTok does collect a lot of information if you allow them to. While you have the power to limit this to an extent, you also have the power to go into your phone's own settings and limit location tracking and data, stuff like that. Okay, number two, we need to talk about that pop-up. A lot of people said that they didn't have the option to decline it. I think it's important to note that in previous terms and conditions, privacy policies, community guidelines, TikTok has stated that the continued use of TikTok does count as your agreement to the terms and conditions or any of the policies. So even if you didn't agree with it and you continue to use the app, you're signaling to TikTok that you agree with these terms. Thirdly, before we get to the AI section, we need to talk about things that a lot of people genuinely don't know about TikTok when it comes to how they can treat your account. This goes for people who are educators, political commentators, monetized accounts, and people who are posting nuanced, very complex discussions that can be sensitive or flagged in the system. In the Terms of Service Section 5.2, TikTok USDS joint venture rights, like the previous terms, they do state we reserve the right at any time and without prior notice to ban or suspend your account or restrict access to features on the platform at our sole discretion. Additionally, if they previously banned or suspended your account and you make other accounts, they are fully in the right to suspend or ban those accounts. While the process to appeal may be there, it's not necessarily guaranteed. Number 4, using generative AI features. This is Section 3.10 of the new TikTok Terms of Service. Like many other new beefed up sections in this new Terms of Service, TikTok is essentially codifying what they've already been doing behind the scenes on the terms of service, community guidelines. They're basically just setting the terms in stone, and they're letting you know that in the future we may be updating or adding different features when it comes to generative AI, and that you have many responsibilities when it comes to using generative AI features, like not claiming that it's real when it is in fact generated, but also making sure that you're not producing any output that is inappropriate or that's going to violate any of these terms or guidelines. And lastly, Section 3.6, it's important to note that, quote, we may remove or restrict access to any content, including yours, whether publicly or privately posted, for any reason. Now, this provision is not necessarily new. In fact, they've been doing this for quite a while before the TikTok USDS joint venture. And like other apps a little bit farther up in this policy, TikTok does have a very broad license when it comes to your content, how they're going to take your content and display it, but also possibly train AI with it, depending on the features that you use, but also the settings that you engage with. Also, there was a lot of chatter about Section 3.2. You may revoke, reclaim, or reassign the username of your account in certain circumstances, such as when you're inactive for 180 days, or your username violates terms and conditions, privacy policy, community guidelines, stuff like that. I'm 99% sure that this was an internal policy that they're just making a public policy right now, or just telling you outright. Now, I know I didn't get to everything and there is so much more that has changed in these policies. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to sound off in the comments below. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a few more parts on this, but also looking deeper into the investors and the companies that TikTok just posted when it comes to the consortium of investors. So I'm going to be doing my due diligence behind the scenes and looking through every one of these companies. Okay, thanks for watching. And again, sound off in the comments below if you have any questions.
So you accidentally gave TikTok permission to track your precise location last night. Don't worry, this video is going to walk you step by step how to turn off that setting in the updated TikTok app. Before I do that, I'm going to tell you that not everybody got the update yet. I have 3 different iPhones, all different versions. One of them got the update last night, the other this afternoon, and my 3rd phone hasn't got the update yet. When these types of changes happen, app updates tend to be rolled out over a period of time in multiple updates. So if you haven't seen the update yet, don't worry, it'll come. To find the settings, start on your homepage. Click the 3 lines at the upper right-hand corner of the screen, then click Settings and Privacy, then scroll down and click Ads. From there, you want to toggle off these 2 ad settings. I would go back and check it a few times over the next few weeks because with these new updates, it's likely to mysteriously just turn back on. If you missed my original video, there I walk you through what to change in your iPhone settings. This video, we're going to talk about what to change in your TikTok settings. You can view the original video walking you through the iPhone settings if you click on the comment at the beginning of this video or visit my profile page. It'll be pinned at the top so you can easily find it. TikTok also released a new full policy update last night, January 22nd, and you can view that right here in the same area as the ad settings. But if you don't want to read it, I'm going to do it tonight, and I'll post a video about it tomorrow with all the high-level highlights. Don't forget to share this video. So many people just hit agree and didn't realize there was a setting to disagree to. Also, hit that follow button so when I post updates on whatever's to come here in the next few weeks, they'll show up on your feed.
Did you forget to opt out of the new ad policy with the TOS update? Because I did. Let's fix it. First, go to your profile. You're going to click the three little lines, the sandwich icon at the top. On this page at the bottom, you'll see settings and privacy. Click there. Here, you're going to scroll down until you see ads. Click that. On this page, you'll see a little toggle button for targeted ads outside of TikTok. Turn that off, and now you're good.
Did you also get that alert today about updated terms and conditions from TikTok? When I saw that location tracking part, I said, hold on. Let me go figure out how to cut off as much access as I can, because in 2026, who needs more ads? And that's coming from me, a marketer. So after trying to research how to cut off location access within TikTok, TikTok's own directions did not work. So then I said, let me go through iPhone. When I attempted to go through iPhone's location services, TikTok did not show up as an app. I had to go back out to settings, type in TikTok, go to the TikTok app within that, and then at the very bottom, I confirmed that allow tracking was not selected. So if you run into the same issue, that's what you can do. Now, bonus tip, if you have completely reached marketing fatigue, here's how you can take it a step further through desktop. On desktop, if you click on your picture, go to view profile, then come over here, click on more, go to settings, come over here to privacy. Well, really everything is here, but as you keep scrolling, you pay attention here. Manage your off TikTok data. I have deselected all of this to make sure that what I do off of TikTok does not influence how I am marketed to on the app. And then I also went ahead and clicked this, which clears your off TikTok data. So if you have completely reached marketing fatigue in the way that many of us have, you can go ahead and start limiting what you see, when and where. You know, the ways that you feel like things follow you across the internet, you can manage some of that. Go follow these steps to manage some of that, at least on this app.
TikTok has updated its terms of agreement and including the geo-tracking collection information. As of yesterday, January 22nd, the U.S. arm of TikTok is now under majority ownership of the U.S. And so you're going to see some of these terms of agreement coming at you, and you may even have to select agree to some of them. When ownership changes like this, it's very normal for them to update all of their materials. And some of these things, to be quite honest, have probably been happening before. Just with the U.S. ownership change, there's just legalities and formalities that they have to go through to show that transparency. Now, for the geo-tracking, one of the things that it says is that it is updating or including new information that it is collecting from geo-tracking if you have that feature turned on. It's basically just saying that TikTok can see where your device is, where you're operating TikTok from. And so when it's updating the collection information, it's just probably getting even more information. It may even be getting more precise. And what does that do? It could be targeting you for ads only. It could be targeting you to get more specific ads specific to your location. It could be even more event driven. If there's a festival near you, then maybe it's going to send more festival information to your FYP or something similar. It doesn't mean that TikTok, even though they're probably tracking you 24/7, it doesn't mean that they're watching you and looking at you 24/7 to do anything crazy with, I think. So it's up to you whether or not you want to have that turned on. And to turn it on or off is not within the app, it's within your phone.
To see if you even have location services turned on, go ahead and get into your settings on your phone. And remember, this is using an iPhone. If you have an Android, you're gonna have to find similar settings. Scroll all the way down to apps and find TikTok. You should find something that says location where you can choose the individual settings. You can see here in mine, I don't even have it turned on. According to ChatGPT, they're basically saying that TikTok has never requested or tried to get location on my phone. So some people have it, some people don't. I don't know if it's coming for everybody or not. You can also turn off allow tracking here so they don't share your information with other websites. One more place to see if you have location services turned on is to go back to your settings, privacy and security, location services, and then you find the app TikTok. Even though I don't have it, I'm going to click on the Walmart app here so that we can see what it would look like and what changes that you would make if you do have it. Okay, this is where you would select whether or not to allow location access.
I'm not as worried about it though. I'm usually one of the first to start worrying about things. See my last video? It's technology, right? We're kind of dealing with all of this tracking and information gathering that they're taking from us anyways. It's just the way that technology is driven around us, and we're sort of used to it by now. If it bothers you, definitely do what you can to turn all of those buttons off. I'm no attorney. I'm no IT professional. I'm just a normal, regular old muggle trying to make my way through this app and sharing what I know. Sometimes it's right and sometimes it's almost right. Take that for what you will. How are we feeling about the whole US changeover? I know there's a lot of people saying that they're immediately jumping off the app. I'm gonna say, let's give it a chance. There's always going to be some growing pains whenever this switches over. They're probably gonna have to work out a lot of the kinks. And we may see some good changes, we may see some bad changes, but that's been how TikTok's been all along. We've seen good changes and bad changes without the US ownership. So let's just give it some time. Everybody don't jump ship just yet. So you let me know how you feel. Are you jumping to any other apps right now? Or are you just like, oh well, this is whatever. It's not a big deal.
Did you hop on this evening and receive this update? Updates to our terms and service and privacy policy. Everything sounded fine. It says we're updating our terms of service and privacy policy. And then it says updated corporate entity, which we all knew. But here's where I was like, what does that mean? And it kind of is a little sketch. New types of location information, including device geolocation, we may collect from you with your permission. How we use your information we have collected or will collect to show you ads outside TikTok. To opt out of these ads, tap here. But I don't know, the wording is kind of weird. How we use your information we've collected. By clicking below, you agree to the updates, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I had to click below to get on here. So did anyone else get this? I'm sure everyone's gonna get it, but tell me what you think. And tell me exactly, like, new types of location information we may collect from you. That was kind of sketch. I'm not sure about that.
Brand new January 2026 update, and this one is big. You have to listen. Your views are feeling a little weird right now. It's because TikTok did a little change, and we see this a lot, okay? This happened last January too, so don't freak out. Here's what's changed though, okay? TikTok is no longer pushing your videos to random people first. How it used to work was your videos would go out to 200 to 300 random users. It's not doing that. Now it's going to your followers first. Yes, your own people. And this is the big thing. If your people are not engaging with it, TikTok will not push it more to the FYP. This update tells me something really, really important. Your community, the people that are following you, matter more than ever right now. And you gotta see what they want. If your followers don't watch, don't comment, don't engage with it at all, TikTok is not gonna see your content as valuable, therefore you're not gonna get more eyes. So first, here's the biggest change. You cannot chase followers. You're gonna have to find the right ones. This is gonna take intention with engaging, okay? And the way you post. Second, your content needs to be for the people, not for the algorithm, not for you. Ask yourself this, would my audience actually watch this? Would it help them? Would this make them stay longer? Would they go watch more of my stuff if they saw this content? TikTok is using their reaction as a green light to push. Third, engagement. Your engagement matters more than ever now because you have to engage with purpose. You're gonna have to really be mindful about who you follow, who you comment on, who you interact with in general. TikTok is grouping you with people just like you, so be intentional. If you engage with nonsense, you'll get more nonsense. But the same is true if you engage with the right content will see you back. And now, lastly, I need you to stop treating followers just like random numbers, okay? Every follower has weight. Every interaction counts. And every post is now being tested inside your community first. This update can be a really good thing, actually. It can be really intentional for you because any creator who is trying to build a community, well, they're about to win big. Creators who don't chase trends and views are about to finally get out of this stuck space, hopefully. So don't panic. Get focused. Build for your people. Talk to your audience and serve them well. TikTok will do the rest. If this helped, make sure you follow because I give you the TikTok tips as fast as I can when I learn them, and I do it without the fluff, okay? I love you. Keep going.
So it's time to turn off your location for TikTok because they're gonna be giving it to people like ICE and Trump. And if you're having a hard time finding it, they made that on purpose. So let me show you how to actually turn it off. You're going into settings and then you're gonna scroll down to privacy and security. You'll think that it's in location services, but you'll see that's not there. You have to scroll all the way down and go to local network. And in there, that's where TikTok is. That's how they got you. You're also gonna wanna turn off targeted ads. That's how they keep your data and analytics. So that's in the TikTok setting. Let me show you that. You're gonna hit the menu, settings and privacy, scroll down to ads, and then you'll see the two options there. You're also gonna wanna clear off TikTok data because they're gonna keep that. And I heard about this new app called Upscroll, and anything new is better than this because they're not even showing you what's happening in Minnesota. If you look it in the search bar, like try it. But anyways, it was nice while it lasted, you guys.
It's official. TikTok is under new ownership. So if you didn't get this pop-up last night with the new terms of service policies, don't worry, I'm sure you'll get it soon. I'm here to tell you about it and tell you what you need to do. This is the initial required update in terms of services and privacy policies notice. First thing, it's telling us new corporate entity. TikTok is now officially owned by the United States. Number 2, and here's where it gets sketchy, new types of location settings, including geo-tracking, aka precise location tracking. I'm going to show you how to change all the different iPhone settings so your exact location cannot be tracked. So be sure to save this video and then screenshot so that way you can go step by step through the different prompts. First off, when you get this pop-up, there's going to be a tap here button. You want to go ahead and click that. This screen will pop up and you want to make sure you toggle this off. And don't worry if you accidentally hit agree, you did in fact accept that new location tracking, but it can be undone. You might just have to wait till the app updates. I'll talk more about that later. The first setting in your iPhone you want to change is lockdown ad tracking. Here are the instructions to do that. Pause, screenshot, whatever you got to do. Next, let's lock down precise location globally. Here are the instructions for that. Lastly, let's reduce the background data signals, and here are the instructions for that. Let's backtrack a minute. If you accidentally hit agree and agreed to their new location service tracking, here's what it actually said when you pulled it up. You'll see the control for targeted ads outside TikTok in your ad settings after updating to the latest version of the TikTok app, which means there's going to be an app update. Now, it hasn't happened yet for me and my phone, and likely everybody's going to get it at different times. But at the point that your phone either auto updates or you manually update, that toggle will be somewhere in the TikTok app itself. So you can then change it. Listen, and if you did turn it off already, I would go ahead and check it a couple times once the app updates, because we all know how settings tend to change themselves in TikTok. So as soon as my app updates, I will post another video on how to turn off those ad settings in the new updated TikTok app. Don't forget to hit that follow button so that video does hit your feed. And please also share this video so other people know how to change those settings in their iPhone so they're not being tracked.
Today is January 22nd, and I want to give another update when it comes down to TikTok's new community guidelines, rules, and regulations. A lot of people are now seeing this. I already did a video talking about this, you guys, because they ended up putting this in literally just a little while ago. People ended up closing out of the app, opening up the app, and all of a sudden there it was, because TikTok here in the United States has been officially purchased by Oracle, and they require you to accept the new terms and services. I am hearing a lot of mixed reports for the people. As you can see, you actually have the option to opt out, but I'm hearing a lot of mixed reports for people that decide to opt out of this, and they are claiming that they have been removed from the Creator Reward Program. They are saying that they have been removed from the Creator Shop Affiliate Program, and they're losing the TikTok Shop altogether. I don't know if that's true or not. Let me know in the comments if any of that stuff has happened to you guys yet. As for me, I am in the Creator Reward Program, and I ended up accepting this just for the simple fact because other social media platforms automatically already do this when it comes down to, knowing your geolocation. And a lot of other people are asking now too, why all of a sudden does TikTok need to know my geolocation? Here's the thing, you guys, when it comes down to platforms here in the United States of America, whether you are utilizing TikTok now, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth, there are multiple apps and multiple platforms that automatically get your location, plain and simple. Even if you have it toggled off to where your friends, family, and so on don't see your actual location, the app itself, those who run the app, that program, they know your exact location regardless. Even if you're under ghost mode, they know your location. But this is why TikTok wants it, because they want to be able to make sure that they are following the guidelines when it comes down to these policies, because, court orders, government officials, so on and so forth. Like, you can read it, you guys, if you want to see exactly why they want to see your location. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.